Picture yourself sitting around a campfire on a crisp night. You can smell the sharp pine smoke, hear the irregular crackling of the wood, and watch bright orange sparks swirl up into the dark sky. When you recall that night later, it feels like a single, unified experience. But inside your head, your brain is actually managing a massive data split. The smell of the smoke is handled in one region, the sound of the popping wood in another, and the sight of the sparks in a third area entirely. If all these pieces are physically scattered across different parts of the brain, how do you experience them as one moment instead of a confusing jumble of signals? Your brain creates a seamless illusion of unity from these fragments. To pull it off, it relies on a highly specialized coordinator that works like a master weaver. This coordinator is the hippocampus. It's tucked away deep in the core of your brain, right behind your ears. It has a distinct, curved shape that early scientists thought looked like a seahorse, which is actually what its name means in Greek. Think of the hippocampus as the master weaver of your mind. Every sight, sound, and smell you experience is a loose thread, and this structure is responsible for managing them all. It is the physical engine that takes thousands of isolated data points and ties them together into a coherent human experience. The first stage of memory is all about finding. At the exact moment you experience something, the hippocampus fires rapidly. It catches those scattered sensory signals and pulls them down into a central hub. This rapid binding takes a fleeting sensory moment and converts it into a lasting neural network. Once those connections are made, the network locks into a stable, specific pattern. This is what scientists call a memory trace. It's a reminder that a memory isn't a physical object tucked away in a drawer. It's a specific pattern of connections forged across your brain. We know how essential this weaver is because of a man known as patient HM. In 1953, he underwent a radical surgery to cure severe epilepsy by removing his hippocampus. This scan shows HM's brain. Red handwritten notes point to the empty spaces from his 1953 surgery. The loss was devastating. Without a hippocampus, HM could not form new memories. His life's threads couldn't tie together, leaving him in a permanent present. He could still learn physical skills, like tracing a shape through a mirror, because those unconscious habits are handled elsewhere. But he would never remember the experience of the lesson itself. HM's tragedy proved the rule. Without the hippocampus, your brain has no way to weave the present into the past. Imagine it's years later, and you suddenly smell the sharp scent of pine smoke in the air. That scent is a trigger. The hippocampus grabs that thread and tugs the memory trace, sending signals back to the visual and auditory nodes. This simultaneous reactivation makes you re-experience the event like it's happening right now. Your brain builds the memory from scratch, piece by piece, in real time, rather than just playing back a saved file. Because each memory is a new reconstruction, something strange happens. Every time the hippocampus pulls those threads together, it creates a slightly new trace. This process makes your factual knowledge, like who was at the fire, much stronger. But the vivid, specific details, like the exact temperature of the air, tend to fade or get replaced by new, imagined details. Every time you play a memory back, it's a live performance, where the script gets a few small edits. This malleability is a natural part of the process. It's the price we pay for an adaptable brain that prioritizes useful knowledge over perfect, unchanging recordings. Why would we evolve such a flexible system if it means our memories of the past aren't perfect? The answer is that the hippocampus is a master of recombination. Because it can already pull old threads together and slightly edit them, it can also mix those threads in ways that never actually happened. By taking a person from one memory and an object from another, the hippocampus weaves a simulation of a scenario that hasn't happened yet. This ability to rearrange the past is what we call imagination. Your history serves as a blueprint for your future. The hippocampus is the mental time machine that uses who you were to construct who you will become.